Indiana Fever move in ESPN's power rankings after Caitlin Clark update. The Indiana Fever, 18-14, have stayed in a strong position to make the WNBA playoffs without superstar guard Caitlin Clark in the lineup, but doubts are creeping in after an up-and-down week in Indianapolis. Negatives: losses to the Los Angeles Sparks and the Phoenix Mercury were compounded by season-ending injuries to Aari McDonald, torn ACL, and Sydney Colson, broken foot, the Fever's other 2-point guards besides Clark. Positives: guards Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham and Lexie filled in admirably on Saturday against the Chicago Sky. Indiana beat struggling Chicago for the fourth time this season to end the week on a positive note. The next day, they signed a new point guard in Odyssey Sims. The lone win was not enough to prevent short-handed Indiana from falling in the latest ESPN power rankings, and Clark will not be able to save them just yet. Momentum changing as Indiana Fever drop in ESPN rankings. Despite ranking 5th in the WNBA standings on Tuesday morning, the Fever dropped to 6th in ESPN's WNBA power rankings due to their decimated roster. Last week, they came in at number 4, their highest ranking of the 2025 season. The Fever were leapfrogged by the Las Vegas Aces, number 5, and the Phoenix Mercury, number 4. The Atlanta Dream, number 3, New York Liberty, number 2, and Minnesota Lynx, number 1, rounded up the top 3. The Lynx held on to the top spot after beating the Liberty head-to-head on Sunday. Indiana's 2-spot drop points to the changing momentum in the top half of the standings. On Sunday, Aces star Aya Wilson reminded everyone why she is the reigning MVP with the first 30-point, 20-rebound game in WNBA history. They have won 6 of their last 7 games. The Mercury have caught fire since the returns of Satu Sabali and Kalia Copper from injury, and their head-to-head win over the Fever on Thursday served as both an emotional boost and a 2-game swing in the standings. From a Fever perspective, there is a huge difference between being the 4th best team and the 6th best team in the WNBA. The top 8 teams in the standings make the playoffs, with the top 4 seeds getting home court advantage in a best-of-3 series in the first round. Indiana is 10-6 at home this season. Update on Caitlin Clark's recovery. With less than a month left in the regular season, there is still no defined timetable for Clark's return from her right groin injury. Head coach Stephanie White provided a sobering update on Clark's recovery after practice on Monday. "No return to practice as of late," White said. "She's been able to get a little more in her full court running. With all her body weight, it's really building up from doing minimal to then building some endurance to do longer periods of time. She's been able to do a little bit more on the court in terms of how she moves. But not into practice yet, no." The update on Clark offers little hope for an immediate return, since she would need a period of time practicing with the team in full before being considered to return to a WNBA game. In 13 games this season, Clark has averaged 16.5 points, 8.8 assists and 5.0 rebounds. Indiana has an 8-5 record in those games, compared to 10-9 without Clark in the regular season. What's next for the Indiana Fever? The Fever have a favorable 3-game week followed by an extended break. They have back-to-back home games against the Dallas Wings, 8-24, on Tuesday and the Washington Mystics, 14-17, on Friday. They travel to face the last-place Connecticut Sun, 5-26, on Sunday, and then they have 4 days off before their next game at home against the Minnesota Lynx on Friday, August 22nd. Their injury circumstances have contributed to a fall in the power rankings, but this manageable stretch gives the Fever a good opportunity to integrate Sims into the lineup while they await Clark's return.